Let me tell you, I ain't very computer savvy. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say, welcome back to the Semi in the Pocket film show. You know, you sent me something on the computer telling me to watch podcasts about Django. I probably never finna see that.
But
You know,
Django,
but you send me a picture of some feet. I'm probably finna see that. You know what I'm saying, man? You know, so I just want to dedicate this one to all the fans. You know,
But
and all the feet.
Django,
Because you ain't my fan.
he
If
is
you ain't my fan
unchained.
and
Django
you ain't
got
feet,
unchained, and now he's no longer a slave.
I don't give a damn if you ain't about a fan and you ain't about a feet. It is like a reward.
Should we just start over?
No, that's so good. We have to keep it rolling.
It is like a
welcome
reward.
back to the Semi in the Pocket reward show.
You know what's crazy?
where
I
we
thought
are
that quote
semi
before I
in the
rewatched
reward-
this movie. I thought that quote was from The Office.
What?
I don't
It
know
is
why.
like a reward.
Yeah, I thought it was a reference to The Office.
Interesting.
I don't know why, but I did.
All right.
Welcome
Let's,
back to the Semi-Pro Film Show. We're making our way through 4 westerns we like. We watched Quick and the Dead. We watched Tombstone. Now we're at Django. Man, is it the best of the 3?
We're
Maybe.
doing the every other Western we watch has Leo DiCaprio in it sweep.
Right.
This one has Leo
Is he in
DiCaprio as a
Bone
much
Tomahawk?
different character than. I don't think so. I haven't seen that one though, so I don't know.
I have seen that one. Interestingly enough, I have not seen True Grit, but we'll get there.
You should know. I haven't seen True Grit in years, but we'll get there. We will get there. Next week on the Semi Pocket film Woke, they made Django woke.
We'll get there. I do want to get
We
into them making
might,
Django
yeah.
woke.
Yeah,
But we'll get there. If we watched Django, we're going to talk about Django. Before we jump into the
We're gonna talk about
discussion,
Django. Let's talk about it.
go ahead and send this podcast, wherever you're watching, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, whatever.
Shit don't matter.
Go ahead and send it to your uncle who's a little racist.
Okay, yeah.
He'll enjoy it.
Send this to what? Yeah, for sure. Also, though, send this to your uncle who's a little black. He'll probably also enjoy it. Yeah.
Go ahead and just skip ahead a little bit, screen record just some moments from this podcast, and go ahead and post them up on your Instagram.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Make sure to tag us and link us in bio
Right.
for a shout out.
Now, we'll go ahead and send you money.
Probably not that. I won't, but go ahead and send this to someone who likes feet.
Go ahead and send this to someone who...
Go ahead and send this to someone who lives in Israel.
Go ahead and send this to someone
Real.
who is a betrayer of their own race.
Oh, yeah. Send this to an Uncle Tom. Send this to, if you have an uncle that is named Tom, send this to him.
If you have a brother who's named Tom, send it to his mother.
Yeah, if you have a brother who's named Tom, send this to his brother, which might be you or it might be your brother. Either way, send this bitch up. It can't go down.
If you don't have a brother named Tom, send this to your brother anyway.
If you don't have a brother, send this to your mother.
If you don't have a mother, go ahead and send it to your dad.
If you've got neither, send it to John Cena on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do send this to John
send
Cena
it to
on
Winona's
Instagram.
Big Brown Beaver. She shows it off all the time.
Go ahead and send this
Send
to
this
John
to if
Cena,
you
though. We're trying to
know.
get him on the podcast. Screen
Yeah,
record
send it
this
to
bit,
Jen.
send it to
Send
John
this
Cena.
for sure. Tell him we love him on Peacemaker and
Fred the movie. That's what we're watching if John Cena
yeah,
comes on the podcast.
that's the yeah. Send this to if you know Les Claypool from Primus. Send this to him.
Mm.
Tell him we love his song, specifically the music video for his song Winona's Big Brown Beaver. And we'll watch that music video for the podcast if he comes on. He directed it as well.
If you know Wes Craven, go ahead and send this to him.
Mm, yeah. If you know Wesley Snipes, send this to him. Tell
Man,
him
we've
we'll
already
watch
done
Blade
Blade. I'll do
again.
Blade again. Yeah, if Wesley
We'll do it
Snipes is here.
again, dude.
We'll just do a commentary track.
We'll even go as far as to watch fucking Blade 3 with Ryan Reynolds. We will. If
No,
Wesley
what if we
Snipes is
did
here with
Wesley
us, we
Snipes?
will
What
watch.
if we did Blade the series? A couple episodes of Blade the series with Wesley Snipes. That'd be fun.
Ooh,
Yeah. Sticky fingers.
with Richard with Sticky Fingers as Blade and with Richard Roundtree as Blade's father.
Right? And that's real.
Which
So
is
Django.
that's real, and it's the greatest casting since it's the greatest legacy meta casting since Sean Connery as Indiana Jones' father. But we'll get there. No, we won't.
At some point, probably.
Django.
Django.
He
Django.
was chained initially. Django. We start off. Django is chained. Then pretty quickly in the first scene, he becomes. Now, second scene, he becomes unchained.
I think it's
And
still
that's the
first
movie.
scene.
No, the first scene is it's barely a scene. It's like the opening credits are kind of rolling on him out in the field or in the he's like breaking rocks in the hot sun. He fought the law and the law won. And then there's the nighttime scene when Christoph Waltz comes,
With his
shoots the
tooth.
horse,
He's got a tooth on his
unchains
car.
him. He's got the tooth. He's got
That's
the
set up.
iconic Christoph Waltz tooth car. I guess.
I mean, they do.
But
They pay off the tooth car, so I mean, it is.
well, yeah. It's not specifically it being a tooth car. It could have been anything.
I mean, yeah,
but it is, yeah. The tooth specifically is what, yeah.
Christoph Waltz shows up, and he basically is like, "Hey."
And he's German, and he's
what was the
just
inciting?
such a silly little guy.
What was the inciting thing for Christoph Waltz to want Django?
The bounty he was hunting. It was the Peck brother, or no, the Brick brothers, something brothers, who were they were slavers among other things, but they were also criminals who were wanted, who had worked on the plantation where Django was from originally.
That's right. Yeah.
And those are the ones. The one guy, he had the Bible pages taped to him,
but we'll get there.
But then yeah, this guy, he's not having any of this. He doesn't like that that Christoph Waltz talks to Django like a human being and not
right. He
like
says, "Quit talking to him like that." It's like, what do you mean? Like he's a person?
And he's just talking to him. He's like, yeah.
I mean, he does have an accent,
he actually
admittedly.
says that, but it's right. That's true. Maybe he was being indifferent. Maybe he was being nationalist, not racist. We don't know.
Well, I mean, there are several moments where he does say, like, "Speak English, boy."
Right, that's true. But anyways, eventually, it's very funny how he does it. He's just like, fine. I guess I will shoot and kill you all now. Like,
yeah,
he doesn't say that exactly, but he's just
that's
I was
Christoph
hoping
Waltz.
to do this diplomatic.
That's
and
his MO throughout the whole movie.
Right.
Oh, fine. I guess if I must kill you, I will. He's Borat.
But yeah,
this is my movie.
Yeah,
film.
no, I can't do a good German accent, so my German accent is just Borat. Guess I have to kill you now. What will It is
My
like a
wife,
reward. This I like.
my
My wife.
slave.
Django's wife, Broomhilda von Shaft.
We'll
This I
get
like.
there.
We'll get there. We'll
So he
get
takes Django.
there.
They go to a Wild West town. It's awesome. It looks awesome. The set is
It's
great.
great.
It's
Yeah.
filmed beautifully, and
Really good set
everybody
for. I mean,
there.
you kept talking about how much of a better set it was than like just as a town than the last two movies we watched where the films took place entirely in those towns. In this town it was just like
It was
fucking
just a scene,
like
man.
10
When it's
minutes. It was,
not
yeah.
like this is not a knock on either The Quick and the Dead or Tombstone. I still think Quick and the Dead tops my list of modern westerns because that movie changed my life.
Sure.
But those movies, it's very
I mean, that's
clear
reasonable, yeah.
they built the front of these buildings and then stood them up with 2x4s.
Right. This
Whereas
feels like I would be more surprised to find out that this wasn't a real like old west, like obviously not a real old
I'm
west town, but
sure
a
it
real like
is.
yeah, like a fucking heritage village type, like where it's all
Right.
old buildings. It's fucking,
And
yeah.
I'm sure they touched them up or whatever they were allowed to do.
Sure,
Um,
absolutely.
but it does. There's just some realism to this that I don't think we got from the other two, which is fine.
Right.
But man, this movie is beautiful.
Mm,
And it's in the classic. If you're a fan of Tarantino, like this is no surprise, but it's in that classic Tarantino way where
sure.
um, it's not conventionally shot to be a modern, good-looking movie. Like Tarantino
Right,
is
yeah.
very is a lot like Sam Raimi in this way, where it's like he's gonna do stuff that doesn't really feel like it belongs in a modern movie just because he thinks
Doesn't
it
really
looks
feel like it
cool.
belongs in a movie.
Like
Yeah, for sure.
it's style over substance, but there's substance here, and we'll get there. But it's style is
There's
not
plenty of substance, but
ignored.
it's style. It's more. It's personal style over conventional modern style, I think.
Right. Well, and that's what's been great about both this and The Quick and the Dead is it's like this
Hmm.
very director driven movie. Like a director set out
Absolutely.
to
And
make
this
a
is, yeah.
movie and he did it. And he didn't
And this is,
care.
I mean, yeah, and this is, I will say, I know a little. Well, I know a bit of background on this movie, not a whole lot, but I know that this was obviously, if you don't know, which um I didn't know until I think you told me sometime back that this was a remake of a of an old spaghetti western called Django. Very loose remake, but a remake nonetheless. And then I looked into it. Django, the old spaghetti western, was a knockoff of the Clint Eastwood Dollars trilogy, whatever the first one was, Fistful of Dollars,
Yeah.
um, which is of course a
Kurosawa knockoff. Yeah.
yes, which one is it? Yojimbo? Um,
Yes.
I think
Yes.
Yojimbo. It's not Rashomon because it doesn't have a sexual assault scene,
Right.
but
Um
it is, yeah. It's so
and
this is a remake
maybe
of
we'll
a
do original
ripoff of a
Django one
ripoff
day.
of a potentially. It's entirely possible. We could do a spaghetti western sweep down the line. That would
It's
be
true.
awesome. I would love that actually. We could do what's the
Could you
Chuck
imagine doing
Bukowski one?
the the plot breakdowns for
Once
spaghetti
upon a time in
westerns?
the West. God, that'd be so good. But anyways, this aside from being a remake of that, Tarantino has said that I think even before he made this movie, he said for years that he wanted to make a Bass Reeves movie, specifically with Samuel L. Jackson, who is in this movie, but is not Bass Reeves' Django character. Bass Reeves, if you don't know, is he was one of the first black I know the first black U.S. Marshal. He was a freed slave who was supposedly the real life inspiration for the Lone Ranger. Um, and that's something Tarantino's talked about. Like he talked about for years, wanting to do that with Sam Jackson. And this, I think he said, was pretty heavily inspired by that. Loosely inspired, but thematically and all
Well, this
that.
is clearly not a real story. Like they're not playing it off like
Well,
it's a real
yes,
story.
yeah,
It's fiction, but there's a lot of real world inspiration to it.
absolutely, yeah.
Um I think one of my favorite I guess we were watching this. We had some people with us. Itzem was one of them, and Itzem mentioned that Will Smith was apparently like right up until the
Mm,
end considered for the part of Django. And so that
true,
had my mind
yeah.
running the whole movie. We're watching this whole thing, and I'm thinking, who else could have played Django? And
I
the
mean,
answer
Sam
is no
Jackson back in the
one.
day could have.
Back
I
in the
think
day,
Sam Jackson
sure.
back in the day. I
At
mean,
the
even at
time
this
this
point,
movie came out,
if they made Django a bit older, like you forget Sam Jackson. I mean, he's like 60 now. Would have been 50 something at this point.
I
He
think
just
Sam Jackson's
played a
older
super
than
old
that.
man in this. Is he? He might. I mean, he might be 70,
I
so he
mean, you
would
know
have
what they
been
say about cracking
late
and
50s.
flacking.
Right. And either way, like there's nothing about, if anything, it would have added to Django being older, you
Yeah,
know?
Sam Jackson is 77 years old.
Wow. So he would have been 60 or
Late
early to mid
60s.
60s, not late 60s. No, this movie came out over 10 years ago, dude. What are you talking about?
Right. A mid to late 60s.
Yeah. No, early to mid 60s.
I mean, hold on.
If we're in 2026, he's 77. 10 years ago, he's 67. This movie is 13 years old. He's mid 60s. He's 64.
Okay, I'm sorry.
64 is early to mid 60s. Don't front me on that fucking on that black don't crack math. Come on, son.
Either way,
Man. I very computer.
he would not have worked in this script for this Django.
He wouldn't have worked for this version of he wouldn't he's no Jamie Foxx
Correct.
Django.
I'm
But I
thinking
think he
like
could have
this
been a
script.
different,
Who are we putting in
uniquely
there?
interesting. I mean, I don't think Will Smith would have worked for that either.
No, that's what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying. That was the point I was making. The point I was making was Jamie
Sure,
Foxx was perfect for
sure.
this movie.
But I think that Sam Jackson would have been, a more
I
obvious
think you go
contender
back
than
another
Will Smith.
15 years, Sam Jackson's perfect. Sam
Absolutely,
Jackson
yeah,
wasn't considered for that. It was Will Smith, according to
sure.
Itzum. Um,
Well, yeah, but I mean, Sam Jackson was who, because like I said, Tarantino's been wanting to make this, or
some
a lot
variation
of
of
he's
this,
been
right?
wanting to make a lot of this variation of this movie since like Sam Jackson was his guy. That's Sam Jackson been his guy,
Right.
dude.
Sam Jackson's been his guy since Pulp Fiction,
He been dropping the hard R in front of Sam
right?
Jackson like since fucking back in the day, dude. Since fucking
Since in Pulp Fiction days.
either before or after fucking Jackie Brown, dude. Like that's
But yeah, no, like because Itzum brought that up, I was thinking while we were
yeah.
watching it,
It's you're
like,
thinking about it, yeah.
and
I
I
think
can't think of a single. I mean, Chadwick Boseman,
maybe not. I was thinking
but even then, like,
I was thinking Michael B. Jordan actually, just because of Sinners, because I've seen
yeah,
that recently, and he was Mahershala Ali,
but
maybe.
none of those.
I don't think he was as big and
But I
good
don't think
as
any of those
Jamie Foxx
actors would
back
have
in the day.
brought what Jamie Foxx did to this
Oh,
character,
absolutely not.
because it's this
No, but I
mix
think they
of
could have brought their own spin.
sure,
Like I'm not gonna.
but it's this perfect mix of super cool, tragic,
Yeah.
angry, sad, like this mix,
confused, kind of like
confused. He
he's
doesn't know how
very
to
it's
read. Like it's all of these
it very
things.
much feels like you you sort of gave it the video game plot description where it's like
Which it
going from
has for
place, killing
sure.
people. And I less see that. I do see what you're getting at with that, but his characterization feels very much like a video game character where it's
Mm,
like, it's just it's the and it's like a lot of that is just a movie trope as well. It's just I feel like it's more prominent in video games where it's like you make the character especially like not dumb but naive and unaware to what's
yeah.
going on so that you have these excuses to learn the controls and the system and all. It's like the so you make the tutorial fit in with the
Yeah,
story,
it's
the
why a lot of video
tutorial
games
as it were.
follow some kind of fish out of water story, because that gives
Right,
you a
that's what
really
yeah,
easy
it's the fish
built-in
out of water thing,
excuse
yeah.
to I
Mm-hmm.
mean, fish out of water is of course a famous trope throughout movies. Here it's
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
the fish is not quite out of the water. The fish is just in a different stream than usual. And I kind of like
Sure,
that.
yeah.
Like the fish is
It's well
adjacent.
the fish is in water. He jumped streams. He's from a different pond.
Right.
He jumped over to a different. He ain't too
He
computer
went to he
savvy,
went to
but
the whites only pond.
true. Yeah, he's swimming in the whites only water fountain for sure. And
Um
that's
it's a reference to the
but
movie,
where were
not
we
me.
at in the plot?
Yes, so
They go to the
well,
town.
they're
He
going
kills the
to,
sheriff.
yeah, it kills the sheriff.
They they have a little reward.
We're on the way to
That
the
sounds good.
first plantation,
Right? Yes. Don Johnson's plantation,
right? And on this
aka
plantation,
Big Daddy.
Django kills three slave drivers after whipping one of them,
Yeah, and
which is
it's so tough. First let's establish we get a couple shitty flashbacks where we and I say shitty not because of the contents of them, but because of the horrible fucking Instagram filter that Tarantino decided to put on them.
for whatever reason.
It's like it felt like, and I said this before, where it felt like a fucking CW show or like some sort of bullshit network TV
It felt like a
where it's like
smack in
just
the
the most
face, to
it's
be
like
honest.
it felt like fucking like Dexter when they showed the flashbacks and they put him in a fucking wig like to make him look young, and they had the if you've ever watched any fucking network TV show, the hazy flashback fucking
It's
filter I'm
the
talking about.
psych intro flashback filter.
It's yeah, literally, yeah. But it was a darker, grittier, more Instagram filter looking version of
It
that.
was one of the
And
no, it's the psych vision filter.
it was that. Well, it was that, but also the haze from the classic flashback. Is that a titty on your
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That's fucking sweet. But yeah, it was bad, and it sucks because the flashback was very instrumental towards his
And it's only
his his
this
his motivation
flashback?
and his trauma.
There are several flashbacks
There
in the
were there
movie,
were
and this is the only one.
yeah.
Were they trying to do day for night?
I don't think
I
so,
don't
because
either,
the night scenes looked like it wasn't all nighttime is the thing. I don't think,
but was
because
it
it
supposed
showed
to
the
be?
scenes of him. It showed the scene no, because why would they do? Why would they have the actual scenes of him and Broomhilda running away at nighttime, and then the shitty ones of them being tortured in day for night? Like I think it was maybe it was day for dusk.
Nah, I
Um,
mean, but Day for Dusk wouldn't be that blue.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. Maybe it was that mixed with this shitty filter. Like I don't know.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's day for dusk, and then that one scene was supposed to just be like really late at night. I don't know. It's awful. Either way, it's this awful blue
Either way, it
filter.
sucks. It's
It's
but
Django and his
anyways,
wife,
we
and they're being
that's not the
tortured, and
point.
she keeps being
They're
tortured, and
being
then he
tortured, and
escapes.
it's by these brothers, the who are I guess they're also criminals aside from the clearly horrible slaving actions, but that
Which
was
was not a
legal at the
crime at the
time, so
time.
it's not
Yeah.
right. But I don't know if we say if I'm sure it did say what their criminal actions were, but it was they were
I
just
don't remember if it did.
robbing, stealing,
I mean,
whatever.
old
Like
West stuff. They.
the old classic old west stuff, yeah. And they were under new
It was
names at
murder. I do remember that. It
the
was
Don
murder.
John murder, yes. But anyways, they're under different names at the Don Johnson plantation. They come there looking for him. Django finds them, ups pole. The one was whipping the broad, and he had Bible pages taped to him for some reason.
No
I don't
clue
know if there
why.
was any reason other
He's
than the
quoting
super cool
scripture.
visual of well, he's quoting scripture, and I think it was just to have the cool visual of Django shooting him straight through the page,
It's
like
gotta be,
which
yeah.
was so tough. It's
Well,
so
and I'm
cool.
sure
And then
it's
he
some kind of
he
commentary
he
on how the Bible's racist or
uh,
something.
uh, right, racist Bible, and also, well, more so people using the Bible as an excuse to be racist.
Which I don't
Um,
feel like happens a ton in the modern times.
well, no, but back in the day, I think this is a
Right.
back in the day commentary. This slavery also
Even
did well.
then, I don't I mean
Doesn't happen a ton, but
the 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 Christians were the ones
I
who were
think that
like
was a
pushing
lot. I
really
think that
heavy
was
to
a
free the slaves. They were the ones who like made that happen.
sure.
I don't know. It's a weird thing, but it looks cool. And he gets shot through a page of the Bible. So that's,
It's awesome. Then he whips the other guy, and this. Then I vaguely, I don't really remember how he shoots the other guy because we kind of started talking about Indiana Jones because of the whip.
right. Which is a reasonable thing to do.
Absolutely, yeah. But oh no, I think it's not him that shoots him. It's Christoph Waltz.
That's
He
right.
he
Yeah,
he
and then
ups
Django
ups
shoots
pulls
the one
the
on the
repeater as he's
horse,
running away. Right.
which is how Christoph Waltz figures out that Django's a really good shot, which is where he kind of
He's just fucking
hatches this
cracked.
idea
Yeah.
for them to be partners. And a big, I'd say like really all of the middle chunk of the
Right.
movie is
Well, then there's
spent.
there's of course I think it's after that the big thing that made him realize that was the him shooting the dynamite, or no, it's him shooting the guy running away from the dynamite
Right, I
after
forgot about
the
that one. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
after this, there's a little tag on to this scene where all of the people from this
Jonah Hill cameo.
plantation, Jonah Hill's here, it's a cameo, and really all the people from this
Jonah
town are
Hill
like,
plays a racist.
hey,
They're all it's a
this
big
black
racist
guy
Klan
came
gag
into our
war.
plantation and shot 3 of our people, and we're not gonna stand for that because we're racist.
Right.
So we're gonna get him and that white boy who loves him. And so they set up their wagon, they place some dynamite
True.
in it. All the people come in and they just kind of like are swarming it. Django shoots the
And they
dynamite.
fucking go into shit. Yeah.
And then yeah, he shoots the guy as he's running away, which is, and there's a lot of, and this is a good point to talk about this.
Then
One of the things Tarantino does so well, one of the reasons I love
mhm.
Tarantino, Quentin Tarantino is one of my favorite filmmakers.
Is he
I
just shoots feet so well,
Yeah, well
dude.
that
Like
too. I mean,
no one
it doesn't hurt
compares.
that I love feet. Um,
Who doesn't, dude?
I mean, I
Only
don't
people who love
know.
feet are lie, or
Yeah,
only people
right.
who don't love feet are liars. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
trying to save face, man.
Send this video to someone who loves feet.
So this is someone who you suspect has a foot fetish, but you can't prove it.
True. Yeah, but don't tell
My
them that you
phone's about to
suspect it.
light
Just
up, dude.
yeah, I'm saying, bro. Um,
No,
but
Quentin
yeah,
Tarantino
the
does these little like, they're not even character moments, but these little like world building moments so well. Like the scene where they're all
Sure.
putting on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
mask and then the one guy leaves because his wife made all the masks and
Well, it's
everybody's mad about the mask. Like,
the classic, yeah, the classic Tarantino dialogue. It's I think personally my favorite example of this, and I'm sure other people would disagree because they think there's better one, but my favorite one is the in Reservoir Dogs when they're doing the tipping scene. Like that is the most natural. Like the opening scene of Reservoir Dogs, it's fucking, Steve Buscemi talking about not he doesn't believe how he doesn't believe in tipping, and it's just this whole like probably was scripted. I'm sure most of it must have been, but it all just feels so like, it's just this steady back and forth of people interrupting each other but not talking over each other, where it just feels like, this natural character world building dialogue. And that's what this scene is, where they're, we get the one guy talking about how his wife made them and everyone else is like, oh, they suck. So then he rides off and they all get fucking blown to smithereens.
but it's not just the dialogue either. Like, it's kind of, I guess, what this scene stands for. If that, like, I'm trying to say this in a way that doesn't sound pretentious, but there's no way to, because this is like we've already seen everyone's racist, but this is the scene that really just cements, oh, you're not gonna meet anyone other than Christoph Waltz who isn't racist.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
even the
Yeah.
first black person we meet with lines, like spoken lines, is racist. Like, it just really cements, like, okay, the world Django lives in.
I think the one slave girl that Django talked to on the plantation headlines before that, but I digress.
Okay, well, you know what I mean, like, actual, character.
There were a couple in the opening. Christoph
Yeah, but
Waltz
like
stumbling in
character,
the dark
someone who's
side.
a
No,
character in
I
this
know. Yeah,
movie.
I know. The main characters, fucking,
weren't
yeah.
all those people you were talking about also Samuel L. Jackson?
What?
You know what I mean? But it's like everyone in this movie is out to get Django. There is no
Yeah,
winning for him. That's the message.
they
Is
hate
like he
they hate
can't.
to they hate to see a brother get a little motion. Is the thing.
They hate him because they ate him.
Straight up, like.
So Christoph Waltz realizes Django's a pretty good shot, and the middle chunk of this movie is really dedicated to this idea of Django and Christoph Waltz as partners doing bounties together.
As
It's
just
Red Dead
as bounty,
Online.
it's me and bro running Red Dead bounties, and it's awesome because we get first a pretty short little training montage where he's like
He's shooting the
he shoots a
snowman.
couple little things. He shoots the snowman with the bottle and then the nose, and then he's like shooting all the little things, and then we get a brief little, I don't know if it's even a montage or if it's just the one scene of him hunting the guy who shoots like in front of his kid or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if
I
it's a.
think there was more than one, but that was the main one that was focused on, at least.
It's the one that's referenced back to.
Right, right. But then yeah, we get a couple, I think one before and one after, just like little, these brief moments where they're just like camping in the hills, like by the fire, just like talking to each other. One is the when Django tells Christoph Waltz that like the reason he's looking for his honey, who we learned is named Broomhilda von Schaft,
And it's
which is
always
a
it's always the same, like, rock area.
it is, yeah,
I
very,
guess
which I
that's their
think
semi-permanent camp.
possibly, I don't know for sure, but it looks like the rocks from 310 to Yuma with Christian Bale and the guy from Quick and the Dead
Oh,
and Gladiator. What the fuck is his name? Russell
Russell Crowe,
Crowe.
yeah. And Noah, don't forget
Where
Noah
Russell
in the
Crowe.
Fortnite movie.
Sure, where Russell Crowe kills the guy who played the Blob in X-Men Origins
It
Wolverine.
also looks like,
If you know that guy's name, comment down below who played the Blob
and
and
if you
also the
know
guy that
him,
Russell
send it
Crowe
to
killed.
him.
If you know, send it. It's Kevin something. I think his name's it's
Um,
Kevin G. Send this to Kevin G if you know Kevin G.
it
Love
also
Kevin G.
looks like the rocks from the Gorn fight from Star Trek.
It also kind of looks like corn, not the
It's a
grain,
big lump
but the
of
band.
knobs.
Yeah.
It's got the juice.
It kind of looks like Primus.
Mmm. Kind of looks
Um
like
Send this
Kevin
to if you know
G.
Les Claypool from Primus, send this to him.
But anyway, so we get this montage, kind of a
If you know Les Claypool, tell him I really liked
Fortnite Jonesy
his
skin.
Winona his Fortnite Jonesy Winona Ryder music video.
Um, it's a pretty
But
prolonged
anyways, we get the story
montage.
of Broomhilda, which I can't remember, but it's some German story about I think it's just like a classic, like, you know, fucking Shrek, Fiona, fucking Cinderella, Rapunzel, woman trapped somewhere, fucking damsel in distress, kind of thing. But Christoph Waltz, he's like, you know, he's super taken aback by the, you know, your black slave wife is named Broomhilda von Shaft. That's German. That's so funny and crazy.
Shaft
Um,
reference.
True Shaft reference. Yeah. Blade the series with Richard
Christoph Waltz
Roundtree.
is also in that.
I don't think so. No.
It might be though. How could you possibly know
I
that that's not true?
really doubt it. I would bet a lot of money that he was not ever in Blade the
I
series.
would bet a little bit of money that he is, just to see if I make any money. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
But this is where Christoph Waltz is like, okay, fine, I'll help you. I'll help you get your honey,
Right.
because I don't know no
Um,
computers.
I don't know, man. I ain't too computer savvy. I ain't too honey savvy. But man, someone send me some Broomhilda. I'm a Von Shaft. But anyways, we're introduced to Calvin Candy,
Who
uh,
is
Leonardo
the best
DiCaprio.
character in the movie?
I don't know about that. I'd say maybe third. I'd say tied for third best with Sam Jackson.
Okay, that's fair. Who's
From
number
Django,
one?
I mean Django. It's tough actually. It might be tied for because I'm having a hard time deciding who is a better character. If it wasn't for the scene, which we'll get there, but the I just couldn't resist Christoph
Yeah,
Waltz scene. I'd say it's easily Django's the best character. It's no contest. He's the titular character. He's the main character. But
we'll get there. I
like
disagree with that
the
statement,
fucking
but
the fucking I just couldn't resist.
it's good.
It's so
Yeah,
peak, dude. It's the greatest, one of the greatest scenes, one of the coolest fucking like, and we'll get there, but God,
I
it's
think
just
I'm
so
going
cool in
Candy
that
number
scene.
one.
That's insane.
Then I'm going Christoph Waltz number two.
Insane. How your two favorite characters from Django gonna be some fucking Peckerwoods, dude.
Django
See,
number
I
three.
know
Sam
you.
Jackson number four is what I'm
Dude,
going.
you are a
But
fucking
it's all based on.
Peckerwood.
It's all. I.
It's all based on you being a fucking Peckerwood motherfucker, dude. What the fuck you
I
mean?
do, man. I love Leonardo DiCaprio in this movie. Rewatching this movie, this is one of my
I think you. I
favorite
mean, to be fair,
performances
I
from
think you
him,
just really like.
period.
I think you just like really like Leo DiCaprio.
I do. That's the thing
I
that this
think like
sweep is making me
I think
realize.
that's your just your bias here,
Because I've
yeah.
always
And
been
I
like,
get, dude, and I get that bias too, because I just seen one battle after another recently too, man. I
well,
get it, dude.
rewatching this is making me realize, and I also saw one battle after another before, but it's like Leonardo DiCaprio has always been this. Because The Revenant was what, 2017, something like that. That was his first big
16
Oscar.
maybe, yeah.
That was the
His
big moment
first
where everybody
his
was
first and
like,
only Oscar, I
yeah,
think.
only one still to this day.
Unless he got one for one battle after another, I
He did
didn't pay
not.
attention
He
to any of
got
that.
snubbed.
Yeah,
The movie did, but he didn't get
as
Best
he
Actor.
should. Yeah, and
Um,
he shouldn't really. If anyone should have gotten Best Actor for that, should have
Benicio
been
del
Sean
Toro.
Penn. Actually, yeah, Benicio del Toro.
Sean
You're
Penn did
right.
take home Best Supporting Actor for One
I
Battle After
figured he
Another.
would have. Yeah. Although
Um,
honestly, it should have been Benicio del
for
Toro for
sure, he
that.
didn't get
But
nominated. He
like, come on,
snubbed.
that's
Um,
fucking
but
bullshit.
no, like I was like 15, 16, 17 in that time frame where everybody
Six,
was
seven.
like, "Oh,
Sorry.
Leonardo DiCaprio's best actor of our generation.
Well,
He's
a
should have
lot
had
of
an
that comes from the,
Oscar."
and
And
I get it. Yeah, it's the like
it's
a lot of that comes
annoying.
from. It's well, it's annoying because it's the
That's the annoying
I don't
effect.
know I don't it's the annoying effect, and it's like I don't know if you have this as much as I do, but I have, and I think you do, but it's like the I hate, or I want to hate anything that's popular and that a lot of people are talking about, and it's like
I
anytime I
definitely
hear
don't have it as
people
bad as you,
talking
but a
about,
little bit.
for sure not, but it's like I don't know. I just, anytime someone like, it's the overhype effect,
It's the
like
pretentious contrarian effect.
the overhype, overcompensating, pretentious contrarian effect, yeah.
Well, and it's like I hate when
But
people campaign for stuff.
hmm,
Like
it's the Marty Supreme effect.
anytime an
But
actor is like, man, I want to play
no, well,
this character,
I think with
I
DiCaprio, I
automatically
think
hate them.
it comes from like, one of his earliest roles, fucking Gilbert Grape. He was like, you know, a lot of people at the time were like, wow, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, he should have won an Oscar for this. Like, it was like, people really talked about that at the time, and then it kind of just became
And they were probably right
like
is
a
the
thing.
problem.
Sure, yeah,
Like
absolutely.
he's
Well,
really
The
good in
Oscars,
that.
absolutely. The thing is, though, and this is a little aside, but the Oscars are a scam. Anyone who gives the Academy any level of credit is a fucking psyoped moron. Up until like 2 years ago, the Academy was not required to watch the movies that they gave awards to. They're a bunch of hacks. It is a billionaire Zionist psyop designed to keep you complacent and distracted. But I digress. Free Palestine. Um, but Leo's really good in this. Yeah.
Yeah, well, but that's the
He's
thing.
not the best
Like
character. He it's
he's the best
I'd
actor.
say he's tied for second best. I don't know, dude. I might. He might be the best
It's by
actor.
far
Yeah.
the best performance in this movie.
It's the best performance in this. I don't think he's. I think Christoph Waltz might be a better actor than him, but
I don't know, man. Maybe it's
okay, no,
close.
hold on, no contest. Sam Jackson's a better actor than him,
Maybe
but I mean, personally, I think, but I
Sam
think
Jackson
he
has
does
been
have the
in
best.
better movies than him.
I think Sam Jackson has given better performances than him. I don't think he gave one in this movie. He gave really good performance. I think DiCaprio has the best performance in this movie. He's tied with Sam Jackson for second best character. Django and Schultz take best character for me. They're tied. Django just being slightly above it just because he lives
Look at
longer and
you
is
go,
titular and
man. Putting a black person, a white person
dude.
tied for first and second place. I like it. That's
That's
good. That's good. That's
and
how we hit it.
a black person and white person tied for second place.
I said first and
It
second.
balances out. Oh, did you? I
Yeah,
wasn't. I don't listen to you when you
it's
talk.
okay. I
Yeah,
understand. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
yeah. But yeah,
But
dude,
no,
I'm
I
pretty
mean it
woke.
is.
I'm kind of Django woke.
He's so good. And it easily, because this movie could have, because of the way that this movie's structured, right at the point where he's introduced, it could have
Hmm.
just slumped. And a lot of Tarantino
Sure.
movies
Yeah.
do. I'm a huge Tarantino fan. I love Tarantino. A lot of Tarantino movies really start to slump right at the beginning of the third act. And this movie has a
Right. But this
long third
doesn't.
act.
Yeah. This third. It's yeah. It's almost got. And this is insane to say, but it almost has two third
Well, I mean,
acts. You
no,
know,
it
it's got
does. This movie's got a fourth act. Like that's
right.
and that's
Well, but
and
it's a
normally
you
I
know
hate a
it's
movie with a fourth act. I do.
sure.
Typically I
But
I
it's that
hate a fourth act, but
the
this one I
fourth act.
like.
It's that both the third and fourth act are the stereotypical whatever fucking film arc writing trope. They're both the third act. Like it
Well,
doesn't have a
sure.
third and fourth act. It has two third
I mean,
acts.
fourth act is a term that's used a lot to describe like a lot of modern comic book movies and stuff utilize the fourth act.
Sure, yeah, but
But this is kind of at the beginning of that trend, and I think it gets away with it
and I feel
a
like
little more because
usually when that's done, it's it's I don't know. It's more done because the third act isn't really a third act. Like it's a
well, or because the third act isn't a world-ending threat, and they need to toss in a world-ending threat.
sure,
I think
yeah.
here the way it's done is
But this, it's like
great.
I don't think the like, and we're gonna we'll get there, getting ahead of ourselves a bit. But just talking about both the third acts real quick. The first one, of course, is Django just shooting his way out of Candyland. And it's arguably as intense and as much action as when in the later third act he's shooting his way into Candyland. Like it's not as cool, it's not as
Hmm.
badass because Tarantino didn't. But I don't know. It kind of is.
It
It
kind of
kind of
is,
is
man.
at
It
times.
could the movie
Like
could have ended there, and I would have had no
it
complaints.
easily could have. Yeah.
I think it's it doesn't feel necessary, but I'm so invested in the story that I'm excited to see a little more. It this
Oh, absolutely.
the
Yeah.
fourth act of this movie is the equivalent of a legacy sequel to a franchise I really love.
Hmm.
It's just all
Yeah.
together. It's like, okay, well it's the Star Wars The Force Awakens of Django. It just happens to take place at the
Well,
same movie. It's like, okay, well, we
sure.
saw
Yeah.
the
Why
ending. It
not?
was good. It was like a satisfying conclusion. Also, here's just a little taste of something more. Get back with the Django you love. No, he didn't get the girl at the end of the
Right.
the third
Well,
act. But we'll
it's
talk about where the
this
movie
is the
logically should
this
have
is
ended.
the right. This is I was gonna say this is
The somehow
the
Palpatine has
first third
returned of it
act
all.
is the first third act is the Empire ending where it's the it's the the shitty ending, and it could have ended there. It could have Tarantino could have just ended with you know
You just refer to
everything's
Empire
bad.
as the bad
Doomer.
ending.
Well, not bad as in structurally bad. Bad as in it ends with the heroes losing. Like that's what Empire is
Mm.
known for. Like
Okay, yeah, yeah. We've got
it's the
a
bad
difference of opinion
ending.
of where they could have just like right cut this movie, but anyway, not the
So
point.
you're so yeah, sure you're
I would have slightly rewritten it. let's just jump ahead. Let's catch up real quick. Let's
Well,
just get
well,
to
let's
the
let's
ending.
just let's just let's just speed run.
Yeah.
They go they
So
go to they go to Candyland. Sam Jackson's racist towards
it's
Django.
awesome. I
He,
love every moment of
it's
it.
sure, yeah.
Not
He's
awesome in
great.
the like. It's good that
He's
he's racist. It's
just really
just
good at playing
he's
a
so
like
good.
racist Uncle Tom character, yeah. And not even just that, like he's really good at playing specifically an old man. Like
His old man acting
he's
is
so
so
good at
convincing. Like,
yeah.
and now that's because
This movie could come if I had never
he
seen this
was
movie
pushing
and
65
I
when
didn't
this movie came out. So
sure, but he didn't look 65 back then.
no, but
He
I'm just
doesn't even look
saying.
65
No, I'm
now.
just saying as far as
Like
like
fucking Sam Jackson looks
playing an
younger than my
old man.
dad.
But as far as like, okay, he's playing a 70-year
Sure, but
old,
he
you
acts
know?
younger than my dad too. No, I get what you're saying. He was playing a fucking 77-year-old man, and he's more than a decade younger than that, and looked fucking 3 decades younger than that.
I feel like you put me in some makeup, I could play a 45-year-old man, you know?
Yeah, but I think the difference between a fucking 25-year-old man and a 45-year-old man is much less than a 55-year-old man and a 75-year-old man.
65. But yeah.
He specifically said he'd been on the plantation for 77 years. I'm being generous saying 75.
Yeah, but Samuel L. Jackson was 65 when they filmed this movie.
Okay.
So it's it's a
But
10-year difference. But anyway, not the point. He's
he
really
looked
good
and
at playing this old
he
man.
looked and acted fucking like in real life, not in this movie. Real life Sam Jackson felt and looked fucking 45 to 50 at most. Like dude is
I'd say
fucking
probably mid 50s, yeah, because this would have been
I don't know,
around.
man. He's pretty hip. He's pretty fucking the black don't crack, man. I'll
Right,
tell you.
true.
I ain't too computer savvy, but anyways,
Yeah, Samuel Jackson's a
um
racist. That's what matters.
he's
Um,
yeah, we get
he's an Uncle
we're
Tom.
finally
He's a
introduced to
coon.
Broomhilda. You can't say that, but we're introduced to Coonhilda. And
What did
she speaks
What did she
German.
do? What did Broomhilda do?
She speaks German. What are you
Oh, that
talking
explains
about?
it.
Um
That explains it. Yeah.
she's reintroduced to Django. There's the dinner scene. Leo cuts his hand. That's a
Yeah. Well,
Lord of the
basically,
Rings
Samuel L.
Viggo
Jackson
Morgenstein
figures
reference.
out that Broomhilda knows Django, tells
Right.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio freaks out because they're trying to one up him by buying a slave to then steal
They're
Broomhilda.
trying to buy a slave, specifically one of the fighters, the Mandela effect fighters.
Leonardo starts freaking out. He's yelling at him, and then finally they get them to agree to
Oh, and
buy
also he
Broomhilda.
wants to kiss his sister.
He does. It's a weird plot point. I'm not gonna go into it because we don't have time.
I mean, it's not really a plot point. It's more of just like a
It's subtext.
southern incest subtext world building. Yeah,
It felt more like she wants to kiss him.
maybe.
Like if
Yeah,
you really
but
start reading into the. But anyway, so they talk. Leonardo DiCaprio talks Christoph
they
Waltz
work
into
out a
spending a
deal.
lot of
Yeah,
money. They work out a deal. It's very
he drops fucking
expensive,
12 bands on Broomhilda.
which is a lot of money
Uh,
in this time. She's
yeah,
worth maybe a few
fucking
$100s.
12 bands a lot now for me personally, man. 12 bands, you fucking man, shit. Got me fucked up, man. In this economy, are you kidding me? But
Then Django went woke.
first I know we talked about it earlier,
Well,
but
first,
the best scene, it's Christoph Waltz iconic dying moment where he's talking shit to and there's a common theme since we've been introduced to DiCaprio's character, which is that he's an idiot, but he wants to act like he's smart, like he's Doc Holliday, like he's a Southern aristocrat, when really he's just a fucking Peckerwood. Which, if you don't know, Peckerwood, well, just being a slur for white people, is specifically a slur for white unintelligent people, which we get used earlier in this movie by Don Johnson's character. But
Sam Jackson also drops a Peckerwood in this movie, I think.
does he? I
I
might
think
have missed
so.
that one. Oh no, he does at like sort of towards the end, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, and so there had been like a couple instances where, the one, I don't remember what the word was, but it's like oh no, it was like reimburse or something. But he's like, y'all even know what reimburse means? And then
Right.
he's like, it goes to define it and then can't, so he just points to Christoph Waltz and has him define it. But yeah, the scene, he's acting all cocky. He's just being a real prick to Christoph Waltz after he had already beaten. He's being a my favorite term from this movie that I've used to describe Dalton, which is an abysmal winner.
Right.
Because he says to Christoph Waltz, he goes, Leo says, he says to him, he goes, you sir, you're just a sore loser. Christoph Schultz, he goes, I may be a sore, I may be sore loser, but you are an abysmal winner.
My
My
life.
German accent
Now,
is
the
just
time
gonna,
you said that to
it's
me,
past
we were
Borat to
playing
fully just Russian.
we were playing Uno,
It was
and you
some
said
it was
verbatim.
yeah, it
I'll
was
never forget it. I've quoted it in sermons before. You said
bad.
verbatim. You said, Dalton, you're a pretty decent loser, but man, you're an abysmal winner, and I don't want to
True.
play with you anymore.
Oh yeah, that's facts, dude. And if I had had a pistol up my sleeve, I would have pulled it out and shot
Shot
you
me in
right
the chest.
straight through,
So he shoots him in the
straight through your
chest,
flank.
and
He
and
shoots him in the
then
chest. Yeah.
it
Well, but
leads to a
there's a
huge
much cooler
shootout.
setup than that. Obviously, the cool shootout, but there's he was willing to walk away after the abysmal loser line. Like he was willing to walk away, but
I
then
mean,
he's
yeah,
like,
it's Leo's
shake
fault.
shake he says, shake my hand. This deal isn't complete unless you shake my hand. And then he's just like, if you insist. And then he pops him one, says to Django one of the other best lines of this movie, where he goes, sorry my boy, I just couldn't resist. And then gets fucking blown to shit
Oh
by the
my,
fucking
yeah, the
sawed-off
sawed-off
shotgun, like
shotgun,
obliterated, dude.
which leads to a really cool shootout, which would have been a great finale for this movie.
It easily could have been the
If you had
finale,
had, and I know you
but
you you
it
mentioned the
wasn't.
whole like
Well, I
Tarantino.
said half as a joke, half
Yeah, I mean, it
not.
was a joke just because Quentin Tarantino might be racist. I don't know. Um,
he just feels
right.
racist, No one who lives in Israel
If
isn't.
you
But I
have
digress.
this shootout end with Django and Homegirl hopping on horses to ride away, it's a perfect
That's
finale
the
for this
ending, yeah.
movie. Because that's the real ending for this movie.
It is, yeah.
The fourth act is not necessary to this movie whatsoever. It's not. I
No,
want to make
but
that clear. It's cool. I love it because I like Quentin
mhm.
Tarantino. I like what he's doing with these characters. I love
And
Django.
I like having, I like a Quentin Tarantino third act. It's the silly balls to the walls, but not in like a. I mean, it was in an over fucking
But we already got that, I think,
over.
is the
Well, we
thing.
got that, but then we got it again, which I
Right.
like. Like I
Which that's what I'm
like
saying.
the
Typically, most movies I hate a fourth act. It's one of my biggest pet peeves
hmm
actually. The MCU has done this since like I don't know, Civil War, where like their movies
sure.
will end and then it's like, but actually
But
there's
here's the actual ending,
more.
but wait, there's more.
and
Yeah,
and
the
it's
classic.
it's
Yeah, it's
gotten so overdone and I'm so bored with it that I'm like, I want, when a story comes to its natural conclusion, I want you to conclude it for whatever reason, whether it's Tarantino, whether it's the characters, whether it's the fact that I know that there will never be more of this movie, whatever
sure.
the reason is. Maybe that's my problem when the MCU does it, is I know I'm just gonna see Captain America again, so it's like, why would I want
Right. It
more
just
now?
doesn't feel special. Yeah, it's
Like
like I
this does, like it
yeah,
feels
absolutely.
special.
Yeah.
It handles itself
Because
well.
it is special. Yeah.
So Django, he gets captured at the end of this. He almost gets his balls chopped off, but he doesn't.
Right. Instead, he's sold back into slavery. He's rechained. Then he talks his way out to the Quentin Tarantino cameo. He does a shitty Australian accent and he's a bad actor. He's just bad at acting. He
Should
just should
stick to
stop writing
directing.
him stuff. Stick to
I
directing,
will
dude.
say
You
this
fucking
Tarantino guy should direct more movies.
true.
This Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio guy should be in more movies.
This Samuel L. Jackson guy, this Jamie Foxx guy, they should be in more
This
movies.
Christoph Waltz guy, he should be in more
Unironically, this
movies.
Christoph Waltz guy should be in more movies that aren't just Tarantino
I
movies.
was gonna
But
say this Jamie Foxx guy should be in more movies, but
but
um
well, yeah, that too.
so then
He should be
Django
in They
kind of
Clone Tyrone too.
he kind of starts on his revenge plot to go back and get his bride.
Right.
Um
Tarantino is before this. He's Tarantino's holding dynamite, and Jamie Foxx shoots him and blows him up. That was funny. That's set up
yeah,
for
it's a
the
good
end of
one.
the movie when he blows up the big house. But we'll get there. Then he rides back to Candyland. First, he takes the time to get himself a new fucking sick ass suit. So fucking tough.
It is
He's
so
got that
tough.
shit
It's
on.
red. He's got the
Um,
sunglasses. He's got the hat.
it's red. It's like a paisley Doc Holliday looking vest. I think it's his same hat, if not
It
same
is. Yeah, it's the
style
same
with
hat.
the
It's got feet written across
little
the front.
beaded. It says feet. Yeah. Then he shoots up Candyland, kills everyone,
It's a
rigs it to
little less
explode.
climactic now. Actually, thinking about it, it's a little less climactic than the shootout
It's more
earlier.
it's more drawn out, I think, but there's less
I don't
actual
even know if it's
like
more drawn
killing.
out.
I think just cause of the end with Sam Jackson and
Yeah,
then
but the other one went
him
on for a
blowing it out.
while.
Yeah, yeah,
It was a
it did.
long shootout, and there were a
He
lot
was
of people who
hiding.
got shot.
Yeah, he was hiding behind that dead body for a minute there
That's what
before
I'm saying.
they
Which is fine.
ransomed his
Really, really, I
Broomhilda.
will
Yeah,
say we've talked a lot about the quote unquote fourth act of this movie. It's really, it's
it's a
not
three
that
point
long.
fifth act. You know,
It's probably 30 minutes after where the natural conclusion of the movie should have been.
sure.
Maybe
Yeah,
45. It doesn't feel like that at all, though. Like it
no,
flows so
no.
that's probably the reason I like it, is because it just flows naturally as a story. It's almost like it was written that way on purpose.
Yeah,
Um,
this Tarantino guy should write more
he should
movies.
write more movies. But yeah, Samuel L.
Uh,
Jackson
he should
he
direct
gets
them and
shot in the
cameo in them and
kneecaps.
write himself into say the N word. What? Yeah, Sam Jackson gets shot in the kneecaps. He
Both of them.
prays to Jesus
Yeah.
to kill Django, which is
Second blasphemy in this movie.
insane. What was the first?
The guy with the Bible.
Oh, sure, of
I don't
course,
remember what
yeah.
he said. I'm just assuming it's
But I think
blasphemy.
yeah, you have to assume. Yeah, I think it canceled out though because he was shot through the Bible page.
I don't know that that cancels out, but
No, it's like if you're killed while blaspheming, it doesn't count as blasphemy.
I think it does actually.
I don't think so.
I think
No,
I think
it's
for sure it does.
I don't think so. No.
I think it probably counts more because you don't have time to like repent of your
Really?
sins.
Oh. No, see, I think it cancels out, but I digress. We'll get there.
We
What?
won't.
If
Yeah,
we
and then
were there, we already got there.
Django and his bride they
They
ride
ride
off into
off,
the
they blow up
sunset.
the big house, they ride off into the sunset. He does a troll face at the camera,
He does do
and roll
that. It's pretty
credits.
cool.
And
It's this
that's
movie's great.
the
I-
Broomhilda von
Like
Shaft effect. It's fucking awesome,
my
man.
favorite movie from this sweep so far because we've watched Quick and the Dead, we've watched
Mm.
Tombstone, we've watched Django. My favorite movie from the sweep by far still Quick and the Dead. That's topping the list.
It's
If
tough, dude.
I
It's hard for
had
me to decide a
if I
favorite
had to
of
say
these three.
what of these three movies would I recommend someone else watch, it's this one. If you've never seen any of these three movies and I'm like, okay, I need you to watch one Western and it's your first
Yeah,
Western, I'm
yeah,
suggesting
yeah. If it's
Django.
if I'm suggesting you a western to get into westerns, it's Django.
And part of it is my Tarantino bias because I love Quentin Tarantino.
Mhm.
But this movie is so palatable.
I mean, look, I ain't too Tarantino savvy.
What does he know about computers?
Fuck, you know about a computer?
um, like part of it's my bias, but also like especially Tombstone, which is awesome, is not super palatable to an audience that doesn't know westerns. Quick and the Dead's
Sure,
similar.
yeah.
This movie is just so it's so normal to a common audience.
I mean, it feels the most, and obviously it is because it is the most modern of the movies we've watched. Even will be after next week when we watch True Grit, which I think was 2 years before this.
Probably,
But
yeah.
even I mean, I haven't seen True Grit in years, but
True Grit may change my mind. I've heard like True Grit is one of those movies that everybody talks
this
about.
feels so much more like a modern version of a western. Maybe that's because Tarantino's movies have
And
always
I
felt
think
a little ahead of the time, a little more
right,
modern, a
yeah.
little
I think
like
that's the Tarantino effect. He's pushing the
that's the
envelope,
fucking
whatever.
Tarantino effect.
But it's
Yeah,
also just like this movie is not made for a niche audience. Tarantino didn't be like, I'm gonna make a
sure,
western for
sure,
people
yeah,
who like westerns. He's like, I'm gonna make a movie because movie. Um,
right, yeah.
and this movie's
It is. I
great.
mean,
I
yeah,
there's nothing
It
else
is.
to
It
say.
is a move. It's
It's
a
Django,
movie.
man.
It's a
Like
movie before it's a western movie, if that makes
right.
sense. You
Yeah,
know,
that's a great way to say it.
like. But yeah, there's not enough feet. That's my only
That's true. I
complaint.
don't think a single one.
There's yeah, if there is, it's not. There's no single focus on it. So fucking
Most uncomfortable nudity of the week goes to.
true,
We didn't get there,
easily,
but
yeah.
let's wrap this up. I think
But
I'd
thanks for
recommend it. Watch it. Yeah.
watching. Watch Django. Send this to someone who watches Django. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and Django on, brother.